afternoon, folks. Welcome back. This is Farmer JP on our 5th edition of the Farmer JP Gardening Series. And yes, I got a new haircut. First time in 13 weeks that I've got a new haircut. 3 months. Anyway, it's time for a haircut. So Farmer JP got a new haircut today from the lovely ladies at the barber shop Industrial Park, Roxbury. And I got my trusty framing cap on here. And trusty little piece of straw. Good. Enough of that. Anyway, we want to welcome you back at 1:45 in the afternoon on Friday. A beautiful Friday afternoon, the first Friday in June of 2020. It's Friday, the 5th day of June at 1:45 in the afternoon. So, welcome back, all you folks out in computer land, on YouTube, and watching in different areas. Wonderful. Fantastic. Now, we take, first of all, as we get going, I want to make a little follow-up show we did 2 weeks ago here on stuff you can grow from the garden. Okay, like from your kitchen you can put out. I mentioned celery before. Well, I also want to mention here that garlic. 1 clove of garlic, even if maybe it's been on the counter for a long time and starting to get a little bit soft, smell a bit. Garlic can do those things sometime, even when it's good shape. No question about that. But you take that garlic and you can break it, starting to sprout. You can break it apart into 8 different cloves. 8 different cloves. And from that 1 old piece of garlic clove, you can get 8 different plants of it. You can plant it now and have it in the fall, or you can, some other varieties can plant in the fall and have it next year. So garlic, something else you can reuse. Your old garlic, don't throw it out. No need to waste. And last week we did tomatoes. Tomatoes. Beautiful tomatoes. Fantastic, lovely tomatoes. See these here? Look how they're grown since last week. Beautiful, bought in the local greenhouse, Dyker's Greenhouse of Growth. This here variety is actually Scotian. They're really doing well. Do better to get out in the garden. And reminds me that wonderful gentleman come in from Waikagama, and he said, I always have beautiful tomatoes. And I said, how do you do that, sir? He said he took some of his daughter's birth control pills and dissolved them in his watering can, and he poured the birth control Canadian water onto the tomato plants. He says, big tomatoes, big ones. He said, I have the biggest tomatoes in the community. So there you have it. It's hormones, whatever. And who would have thunk at that? He could recycle his daughter's birth control pills into putting his water, dissolve in the water. His water can't even go around watering after the sun was going down. Give them a good thorough watering. So that's pretty darn good. And speaking about tomatoes, we have here a piece from a recent issued local paper, a bumper crop of tomatoes. Bumper crop. Tomatoes, interestingly, tomatoes are the most popular vegetable grown in home gardens, and thanks to the pandemic, they are a hot ticket this year. So they're a hot ticket. Hot. Okay, so hot ticket, and people love tomatoes. You can grow them in a patio containers on your deck if you're in an apartment, or on your deck, whatever, and you can put them out in your raised beds out in your lawn, field, whatever, or right in your garden, whatever. But it's a big year for tomatoes, and it's the most popular vegetable, fruit grown out there is tomatoes. Everything grow them, and you get a good crop, a good return for a nice box of tomato plants. Okay, now, I told you this week we talk about potatoes, and I want to give it was a gentleman came I had my blue potato seeds planted, blue ones, white potato seeds planted, netted gems, and I thought I had more red ones, and I sold them all. I had no red seed potatoes left. So fellow up the road, farm up the road, didn't have any. I tried a number of places. I had Kent Central, Antigonish Farm and Garden Co-op, everywhere's. Nobody had none. Sheen Co-op in Inverness, Canada's music coast on Inverness Village in Inverness County. They had them. Found the garden center, just a few bags left. They're Montana Reds. Not just any reds. Montana Reds. It's a beautiful potato. Red potatoes are lovely. They grow well. They grow well. They keep well. And they're just nice, white, beautiful potato inside. They're beautiful, red skinned, and they're a lovely potato to grow. Anyway, I want to give a shout out. I found up a friend in Wrestling, Winston said, John, I'll go right now to buy them. And I'll put them in my garage for next time. Yesterday afternoon, who shows up? This wonderful gentleman, Winston, with a bag of seed potatoes. See it? Look, beautiful red seed potatoes. Wonderful product. Wonderful product here. Beautiful product. And a great Cape Brettoner. In other words, he's a Christian. A great Cape Brettoner. You can't beat Cape Brettoners. They're just top-notch, wonderful people. We say tapplet. That's Gaelic for thank you. Tapplet for Winston for his kindness and bringing us up. So I'm going to be planting him when his production's over. This video's over. Lovely red Montana seed potatoes. Wonderful. Now, I mentioned other varieties of seed potatoes. We have here, these here are blue potatoes. They're blue potatoes. See this? Blue potatoes. And they take in that's the old-fashioned blue blacks. The Scotch people love them here with fish. And I like them with curd. So this is and look, there's lots of sprouts in these here. Look at them. See that? That's the old-fashioned blue potatoes. And they're considered a delicacy. The blue potatoes. Be your Scottish, use them with fish. French, use them with your salt herring. People use them with mackerel, you name it. They're a lovely potato to grow. Lovely potato to grow. And I'm already seeing them all up to 6-minute mark. And so I'm not going to... It's like Henry VIII said. Did you know Henry VIII, King Henry VIII of England, told one of his wives, "Don't worry, dear, I won't keep you too long." I thought that was good. Henry VIII told one of his wives, "Don't worry, dear, I won't keep you too long." Now, we have white seed potatoes. This particular variety now is netted gems. And they get a little bit sunburnt, so I couldn't use them for cooking, so I saved it. Sometimes certain varieties of potatoes sunburn easier. Kennebec like that. Okay, but beautiful big cropper, nice big potato, almost the size of Mr. Roger and Hubbard used to have Kennebec potatoes the size of, like medium-sized turnips. So anyway, a little bit sunburnt from being in the light, but they're good. See how they're sprouting? Now, this is a smaller potato. You might want to plant this one whole as is. See? There's seeds, there's sprouts starting to come in. If you can see in the camera fine, sprouts starting to come at the tip of it. The bigger ones, all you need, folks, is 2 sprouts to be safe. Just two. 2 sprouts. Okay, like Winston Churchill called V for victory. Well, victory in your garden. You'll have remember I said a few weeks ago in our initial broadcast on Farmer JP that the Victory Gardens were part of the reason for winning World War II, defeating the Nazis, Allies, and their dedicated backup support, fantastic, brave troops. Well, this defeat coronavirus garden is a good thing. Gets you out in the fresh air, you're eating healthy, producing some of your own food, and you're producing it locally. Local is lovely. Never forget that. I like that. LL. Local is lovely. Anyway, back to the potatoes here. You just leave 2 sprouts. So a potato like this here, for first-time gardeners, you can cut at least 2 out of it. And if there's a lot of sprouts on an even tree, but 2 to be on the safe side. 2, cut it in 2 pieces. Cut it night before, leave them start to cure a bit. Next morning, plant them. 1 potato, then you need some fertilizer. Excuse me a second. I got here my personal favorite. See this, folks? 10-10-10. Good stuff. And you can get compost up the road here too at the local Boyle farm. And but this is 10-10-10 means 10% phosphate, 10% nitrogen, 10% potassium. 10-10-10. Now, some commercial farms use 17-17. Use the same land every year, 17-17. Some people go to old standby 6-12-12. But my personal favorite is 10-10-10. It's good for your vegetables, good for your potatoes. So anyway, you put 1 potato again, spread down about 6 inches, put a handful of fertilizer away from the potatoes here, burn them, then spread down them about 6 inches, another potato. And you might even want to space your potatoes, say, a foot apart, maybe a little bit more room, give them room. And you need your trusty hoe. After you got them planted, you got to cover potatoes up well. Give them lots of covering, because it's a good-sized plant. It needs soil to support the plant's growth, and as the tumblers, the little potatoes grow into bigger potatoes, they need cover from the sun. Okay, so it's hoe them good. You can plant them so deep, and after they start to grow, you can go back with your hoe again and go ho ho ho. You can dig some more in the garden. Okay, and give them kind of a top up the hills that you have them planted in. So this week, to recap what we've done this week, we gave you a shout out on the gentleman from Waikaga used the birth control pills from his daughter dissolved in the water, and as a result he got big tomatoes. Beautiful, lovely stuff. The tomatoes, beautiful. Tomatoes, extremely popular item at home gardeners. Very popular item. And they're prolific. They really grow good. They're not a hard thing to grow tomatoes. You can grow old garlic. You can break one garlic into 8 different cloves. And you get a lot of garlic out of one garlic. Waste nothing, folks. And as I pointed out, the red sea potatoes, Montana red, the beautiful blue sea potatoes, lovely, lovely, and we have the white sea potatoes. That's kind of my all-American potato selection here, see? We have my trusty little cat. Here it is, right here. See? I'll change caps. There. Red, white, and blue garden. Like President Trump would say. POTUS. P-O-T-U-S. POTUS. President Trump, 2020. So it's a red, white, blue garden. Red potatoes, blue potatoes, white potatoes. And they're not a hard thing to grow. And you can plant them now. There's no problem planting them now. Here we are at about, time's flying, almost 8 minutes before 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, the first Friday in June 2020. Friday, June 5th. So today we've done potatoes, and next week we're going to get into some more tender seeds. So next time, this is John Pettipas wishing all you wonderful folks out in YouTube land, computer land, gardening land, be so kind as to press the subscribe button. Press that subscribe button if you're so kind, and spread the word around. Share it to your people, friends on Facebook and other social media. And again, so kind as to press the subscribe button. That's cost you a cent, and you'll be notified when other videos come out. This is Farmer JP, John Pettipas, wishing all you wonderful folks out there all the best. God bless, and happy gardening. Have a good week in gardening, folks. Thank you very much. Bye for now.